Hi, it's Nick Shell.
Ooh, I hit a paper bag. There's like a plastic bag. This is Nick Shell, the internet receding hairline guy. It is time for me to do a video called Pep Talk for 15-year-olds. Now, a couple weeks ago I did one called Pep Talk for 20-year-olds, and it was very popular. Now I'm seeing the need to do a pep talk for 15-year-olds. Here's what it's stemming from. One of my most popular videos, I think it's in my top 5 right now, and it says how to know if you have a receding hairline. Well, I say some things that are controversial in that. Now, while many people are grateful for that video, I've got others that are upset about it. And I'm okay with upsetting people because what I present in these videos is my opinion based on my experience. I'm not necessarily stating facts. Think of me as a storyteller, and I'm basing it on my own life. So in that video, here's what's controversial. I say in that video that one of the ways to know if you have a receding hairline is if you find little short baby hairs at the beginning of your hairline. Now I say that, but I also talk about your hair actually thinning. I'm talking about a combination. What I'm talking about is not a maturing hairline, but I'm actually talking about a receding hairline. The first stage of a receding hairline is going to be those baby hairs with some sort of thinness, less hair in certain spots. That's one way to know. Because a maturing hairline just means you're losing those you've got like a little boy hairline that's going to be more straight across, and when you lose that could be when you're 15 for all I know. It could be when you're 17, it could be when you're 20, but as little boys we have that kind of hairline. But just because it's maturing, yeah, I mean, you could be 15 years old, you could be watching this video thinking, man, that's me, I'm losing my hair and I'm only 15. Well, what I'm going to tell you is no, you're not. You have a maturing hairline. So I don't want you to think that you're losing your hair just because of that. So I have another video that talks about the difference between a maturing hairline and receding hairline, but again, here's all you need to know. If you've got those baby hairs right here and it's thinning, then that's something you've got to worry about. But if it's thinning, you can easily see that because you can see the scalp easier than the rest. If the sides are thicker than this, and you can tell that, that's when you start worrying. But I'm pretty sure that most 15-year-old boys are not actually having that problem. They're just seeing that their boy hairline is going away. And that's how it happens. It happens in stages. You know, because like I have 2 young kids, and my son, when he was first born, he wasn't born with a full head of hair. It grows in gradually. And it's the same process. It starts receding as well. So that's how that works. It's a matter of, you're not necessarily born with a straight across hairline. It has to grow in. But then as you go through puberty and become a teenager and all that, then what tends to happen is, and I won't give you too many details, but whereas hair starts growing other places, a lot of times this hair starts going away. And that's kind of the trade-off on there. So that's probably what you're seeing. If you're a 15-year-old boy, let me tell you, you're not losing your hair. You got nothing to worry about. Now come back to me when you're 20, because maybe then you are. Maybe you are. And maybe if you do see that you've got you kind of got the widow's peak going on, that doesn't necessarily mean you've got a receding hairline. It may just be your hairline. And if you do have a widow's peak, so what? That's not meaning you've got a receding hairline. My advice to you as a 15-year-old boy or 16, if you're in high school, don't worry about it. There's really no way to tell. And now I'm bleeding into my pep talk for 20-year-olds, and that is, either way, there's really no way for you to know when you're going to lose your hair. I'm 35 years old. I've got this much, and I'm amazed. But there's no way for you to know. So for you to keep worrying about it, that's the big issue right there. But again, this video is for 15-year-old boys. This is for teenagers, in other words. It's another thing when you're 18, 19, 20, you really may be starting to lose your hair. Or show the first signs of it like I did when I was 19. But at 15, I seriously doubt that's what's going on. It's just that your hairline's starting to mature but not recede. So enjoy these next 5 years and then watch my videos again and be reminded that even if you are losing your hair at age 20 or starting to, it doesn't mean you're going to be bald when you're 35. It just means you're going to have maybe a receding hairline. There's no guarantee, but that's the closing thought. We can't worry about, even when that time comes, we can't worry about it. It's just like the day you die. You don't know when you're gonna die. None of us do. So if we worried about the day we would die, then we'd be wasting our lives worrying about that. And it's the same thing with hair loss. You can't worry about that because it's just like death. It's gonna happen. I mean, there are very few men that died at age 80 with a straight across hairline. I can't think of one, actually. So I guess they don't exist. You're gonna lose your hair. There's a good chance you're gonna go bald. But if you're 15, it's not about to happen. You're probably just losing your baby hairs. So stop worrying about that. There's no need to waste any more time worrying about that if you're a teenager. And if you're not a teenager and you've grown past that point and you're closer to 20, then you watch my other video, Pep Talk for 20-year-olds. It's the best information you're gonna get from anyone, because it's gonna show you the psychology behind what's really going on and what you can do about it, which is actually nothing. Really, the only thing you do is to stop worrying about it because it doesn't matter. We can talk about that in another video. But seriously, I stand behind my original video as far as how to know if your hairline's receding. I stand behind that. But again, it goes back to you actually having thinning hair in addition to a receding hairline going up, in addition to those baby hairs. That's the combination of a receding hairline. Otherwise, you're just dealing with a maturing hairline, and it's nothing to worry about. Again, you're a teenage kid. Be a good person and treat other people with respect and all that good stuff, but don't worry about your hairline. It's not time to worry about that yet. And when it is time to worry about it, it still won't be time to worry about it, because worrying about your hair is not going to improve your life. It's going to hold you back. And I've got plenty of videos for you on that. This is Nick Shell, the internet receding hairline guy.